Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. In the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've said a lot of things, don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. It don't amount to nothing.
Hello, and welcome to Talk is Cheap. Oh, I was almost gone there for a minute. My husband's dream. The show where you get what you pay for. See what I mean? Because we are high tech here because we have absolutely no budget at all, but that's okay. It's free to you, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. So we have a really fun show for you today, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers and everyone who's celebrating Father's Day. Today, I'll just give you a little inkling of what we did today. For Father's Day, we bought my husband a grill, and then we had him cook. I know, right? It's brilliant. And if you'd like some more tips on gifts to give, I'm your girl, is what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it was a really nice day. We spent the day with my father-in-law and my mother-in-law and my son, and my husband cooked. So that was great. I did make a few things. I'm not going to say I didn't do anything, and I did do dishes. So there's that. But anyway, we have a great show for you tonight. All the way from, I don't know. She's from Atlanta, but she's in Texas, and I don't know. She's all over the place. We have Kristin Weber, and she has brought her accordion with her because she doesn't leave home without it, is what I'm saying. Or she has one planted all over, like wherever she stays, she has an accordion. So that's always good. And our favorite dietitian is back. She's going to show us some dude food for Father's Day, Judy Barbe. And, well, I cannot wait to bring up my co-host. So you know what? I'm not going to wait. That's right. I'm going to bring them up right away. But if you're here tonight and you're joining us, we would really love it if you would say hello. Can you say hello to us, please? I get very lonely. Anyway, so my co-host, you guys, has been doing stand-up for over 30 years. I'm not saying he's old, but he's been doing stand-up for over 30 years. And he's been warming up audiences since the Golden Girls and Designing Women. He produced 8 comedy projects, has written for VeggieTales, and his Dry Bar special just dropped. So you're going to have to check that out. Please welcome Robert G. Lee to Talk is Cheap. Hi. He's going to pretend he's... I know you can hear me, Robert.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay.
he just. Oh wait, wait. The audience is. There we go. There they are.
Thank you.
There they are. They're here. They're here.
I'm in front of the window, and I think I've got. It's either the sun or I've got a sniper looking at me right here. So
I don't know.
if I die in the middle of this program, right there.
Then we'll know. And you know what? I hate to say this, but if that does happen, the ratings to this show will go up.
It should. So I'll sit this side, or this better or worse. I can't go in the middle of that.
No, that's good. That's good. Yep. Yeah, it's really good. Judy Barbe says, "Yay, RGL." Ooh, I like that, RGL. Yeah, because we have to call you like Robert G. Lee. It's almost like it's very hard to call you Robert. I've done it, but it feels like I need to say the G. Lee.
You can do Bobby. It's okay. That's why my grandma called me Bobby her whole life. Oh, Bobby. But yeah, I know and in high school, I was always Bobley because you couldn't just say Bob. It was too short, so it was always Bobley. So Robert G. Lee, That lights bother me. I'm gonna
I know, it's really, you have to go to the side. That is funny a little. It is funny. That's hysterical. Hey,
I'll look like I'm facing you.
Terry says the audit. I don't know what that. I don't know the audit is. So
no, either do I. But I think she's just mad because she was on this last week, and so she wants more showtime. So
well, maybe that's it. Is that what it is, Sherry Nettles? We need to know. And do you know this person, Ronald Weber? No, you don't, but I bet Kristin does. And and Ronald says, hello, Ronald. That's so funny. We have a guest that has the same last name as you. That's awkward. And then this was Sherry Nettles says, oops, hey y'all. The audience applause was frozen too, Robert. Yes, it was. And then Kristin says, hi, Dad. And so we have an amazing audience so far tonight. We have tons of people joining us. We have Kristin's dad and Sherry Nettles. So that's good. And Judy, but she's already on the show. So, and I'm here and you're here. And somebody with a sniper outside your window or something. I don't know. But so happy Father's Day to you, Robert.
Thank you ever so. Thank you. I have actually sired 2 children. And yes, the fruit of my loins are walking around this earth today.
That's good. Did you do anything special today, or what did you do?
Today was a great day that my wife dedicated to me. Our daughter came home this last week from Detroit, and so she didn't call because we saw her yesterday. So I think she feels like it's covered. Yep. But my son called it noon. He's off in Palm Springs with his wife. Fiance. He was supposed to get married this last weekend, but it got pushed. So this is kind of their let's have a honeymoon that's not a honeymoon. So but he called today at noon. I thought that was great. My wife made me cinnamon French toast with strawberries and whipped cream, and that was great. And then we watched What About Bob? She said I could watch whatever show I wanted, so I did that. We just went to Maggiano's, and I haven't had their zucchini for about 4 months, and that was great. I'm going to do your program, and then tonight I get to do whatever I want, and we'll probably – I think tonight might be a Western because I have free reign to do whatever I want. So I think it's going to be Hang 'em High by Clint Eastwood with Clint Eastwood. All guy stuff. But I'm really looking forward to Judy today because she's going to show us dude food. And as we all know, dude, if it's Father's Day, it has to have some kind of seed in it. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun with Judy. I love Judy. Judy is she has been a reoccurring a guest here because I can't get enough of Judy. Okay, I just can't because she's just awesome.
Judy is your Kramer.
She's my what?
Your Kramer. She's the sidekick that she slides in. She gives some food. She slides out. That's what she is.
Yeah, she is my Kramer. Wow, I never knew that. Judy, you're my Kramer. That's awesome. So now the dots are on your shoulder, which I like that. That's nice.
This I can live with. Yeah, I can live with that. That's fine.
So you're in California, right? So it is it's only what, 5 o'clock, 5:10 your time?
It's May and we're just behind and we're waiting to get so I'll write you when it becomes June. So it is a little bit earlier. It's 5:09 here. Yes, it is.
So that's nice. So you have a few more hours than I do. Whatever.
I have the whole night ahead of me. This is great.
Yeah, my night's half gone already. After the show's over, I'm going to bed. But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. So what's it like there in California with everything going on there? Is it, are you guys, so you said you did go out to eat.
Yes, we went out to eat, and I think I did light again. I told you that I did a gig. As far as going out, we're starting to do some live shows for comedy. I just did a drive-in comedy show last night, and talk
about that.
The cars were in a semicircle, and there were some people seated right up front in the VIP seats, but the cars, and they honked whenever they liked something or didn't like. So whenever it's like at one point, one horn got stuck, and it just kept beeping and beeping, and I just said, I'm being heckled by a Hyundai. And so it was a very strange, surreal experience, but I've done 2 of those, and I've done I did a wine tasting on Zoom. That was weird. So everything is strange. But in California, some areas you could go out without a mask, and now you're not allowed to. They're changing the rules. Every day is different. So it's a very odd time.
Yeah. It's different. I had my first show, and I hadn't had a show since March, the beginning of March. And I actually was very sick in March. So I don't know. I want to go get that antibody test and see if I've had it already, because then I don't know, I'll feel kind of strong. I'll feel good. I'll be like, I'll feel like I should have like a test.
So how did it feel is the question about your show, because you haven't performed for about 3 months then, right?
Right. So I have to tell you, I went back and I listened to some previous shows that I had done, because I record everything so I can torment myself. But I listened back. No, actually, it's just to get better. I want to see where, what's working and what's not. But I went back and I listened to, a few shows, because honestly, some of my material, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that,
Totally.
Yeah. And so, I tried a couple of new jokes, out just to, I opened with, I think I forgot what it's like to stand in front of an audience and hold my stomach in. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I opened. But it was a group of women. It was during the day. It was outside. It was socially distanced, and but it was a lot of fun. It was a baby shower. Not a baby shower, I'm sorry, a wedding shower. I did have a baby shower scheduled, but it was a wedding shower. So that was postponed. And so they decided to do it outside, because it was going to be in a restaurant, and they wanted something different. And they really got something different, but it was a lot of fun. And I really missed, I just missed that. I just love.
But you forget your material. You haven't done it for so long. I found halfway through my act last night, I was doing Sherry Nettles' act. So that was an odd experience for me. And then I started to do the accordion. I realized I can't play, so we'll just have to let Kristin do that.
I know. I can't wait for that. Yeah, she does that. Rachel says, Superwoman. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Rachel had won. I hope she got it. She'll have to let me know. She had won one of the prizes that you can win tonight when you play the game.
Seriously?
You're gonna play a game, Robert G. Lee.
And it's for prizes?
There is a prize that could be won, and it's valued at $5,000 right now.
I really want a charcoal grill. Do you know of anyone that might have one?
Okay, so my husband does have a charcoal grill, because that's what he wanted, and so that's what we got him, because I like when someone else cooks, and as long as it's not me. I like to cook like when I want to, not on demand, because that's the way cooking works. That's the way it should always work. It's like I will make meals for the family at my discretion. Yes. Exactly.
Train your children up right. If they get something they expect 3 times a day,
right?
Come on, that's entitlement and being spoiled. Don't do that. No. Well, they'll become stronger people if they do it according to your schedule.
I think so too. See, and that's how I started my marriage. You know what I mean? Like, I try to train girls that are getting married, like, don't start cooking right off the bat. Because if you do that, they want to eat like every day and they start expecting it. See, what I did was I just didn't cook. So like my husband, we lived in this apartment building, and my husband would come home from work and he'd, what smells so good? And I'd say, honey, that's coming from down the hall, And
that's 4G. That's not here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So exactly. So anyway, so I try to train any, I think that should be in premarital counseling. You know what I'm saying? And
Don't
that way,
anything. Yes.
When you cook, it's appreciated. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, that's just a little tip for you single girls out there. You're welcome. Rachel said, yes, she did. And she's going to post a selfie soon. Yay. And Johnny says, Johnny Yellock the second, not to be confused with the first, is excited to be here. Yay. Yay, Johnny. And I think Kristin knows him because she said hi. I think Kristin just brought all her peeps here. That's what it is. Kristin has a huge following. We don't, maybe Robert G. Lee, but
no, even my kids, my wife, nobody's watching this.
Nobody's watching this. And Kristin said she brought all 4 of her fans. Well, that's nice of you.
Still 100% more than I have, Kristin. So don't complain.
But you know what? People will watch this in the replay. They always do. But you know what? I think it's time to bring up our next guest.
Ooh, fun.
I know. I'm so excited. She's a registered dietitian. She teaches online cooking classes in real
Let's just stop
time.
right there. How many unregistered dietitians are there? That's what I want to know.
There's a lot of them out there.
They're a dangerous breed. So she's registered. So
she's registered.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She's official. You know what I mean? Because the unregistered ones, they'll slip in. They'll try to get you to eat stuff. Don't listen to them. Make sure you have the insignia right there.
Gluten willy-nilly. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. But she's also the author of Your 6-Week Guide to Live Best. Here for the third time, because we love her so much, please welcome Judy Barbe.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
There we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. You know, when I get a new budget, we're going to get a real applause machine, and it's going to be amazing. But right now, we have nothing. So that's what you get. But anyway.
So if I look down at her, let's see. I can't look that way. It's this way.
Yeah,
Hello, Judy.
you have to
How
look
are
the
you?
opposite way like this. Yes, you can look over. Yeah, see that? So Judy, we're excited that you're here again.
How are you doing? Happy Father's Day, Robert.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being the half of the species that would make me a father.
And happy Father's Day, Rhonda's husband, new grill owner. Yeah,
he's not watching. He's sleeping or he's enjoying his day anyway. Oh wait, hey, I just want to give myself props. I'm a complete stranger, and I said your name correctly. Hashtag nailed it. That's right, Tony. Sometimes I can pronounce things the proper way, and I did like the creds for that, so I had to put that up. Thank you. And Rachel wants to know more dandelion recipes. She does love wildflowers.
All right, no, wait a minute. No, I heard this was dude food.
It is
dude food comes with certain expectations. So, Judy, you have a high bar to reach because this is healthy dude food, which is an oxymoron. These should not be in the same sentence, but I'm very curious as to what you're bringing. But if there are dandelions, I will have a hard time with that. But I'm looking forward to the healthy dude food alternative.
Well, Rachel, we can't have dandelions because my yard is finally clear of them. I picked them all for Rhonda's last show. So we're out of dandelions. So we're on to dude food. I mean, Robert, of course, it's Father's Day. Don't we want to take care of our dudes?
Yes. You want to give them enough heart disease that they can die and you get the inheritance and life is good.
Well, that's one thing. You know, my family tree looks pretty bad. I mean, we've got heart disease, we've got cancer in my family, we've got high blood pressure. So, yeah, I want to feed dudes a little bit better.
Well, let's go. Let's hear.
Right.
I'm not going to take over for Rhonda, but let's do it.
So, don't you think beans just fit the dude food genre perfectly?
I do.
I'm a Blazing Saddles fan. Yes, beans are a good start. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a big fan of fiber. I am a registered dietitian, not an unregistered dietitian. So thanks for the props on that. So I'm a big fan of fiber because I think to be number one, you got to go number two.
Okay, I'm not going to touch that one. Keep going.
That's going to help you reduce your risk of heart disease and just overall, fiber is good for so many systems. So, you know, I just kind of think beans, broccoli, beets, berries, all of these B foods will make you a bowel moving maniac. So that's good because that helps all dudes do better.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. So right now for my dude meal, I'm getting broccoli and beans. And
I think that was going to serve it up on a platter for you, sir. But I do want to address Rhonda's husband's grill. So what are we going to grill? And, you know, I know a lot of men like beef. And I say, okay, let's get the lean beef.
Okay.
Lean beef. So what you do when you choose lean, look for round or loin in the name. So a round steak or a tenderloin. Okay. Flank steak is also lean. So flank steak.
Oh, I didn't know that would be lean. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a flat iron steak is a lean cut. Doesn't all fit into that loin or round name, but that's just a quick tip. When you're shopping, look for loin or round, and you know, beef a couple times a week. A serving size is about the size of a woman's palm.
I have small hands. I think.
So I can't buy any meat unless I have a woman with me.
That's right. What we don't need is, the steak falling off the plate.
So get a bigger plate is what you're saying.
No. Keep the portion sizes small, and a couple of times a week, and you can enjoy beef.
All right, we want to say hi. We've got first of all, Rachel says dude food. We could do that. And Marlo says hi, guys.
Marlo's here.
Yay, we love Marlo. And Rachel says my husband likes black bean burgers. Actually, fiber for the win.
Oh, good.
So that's
Rachel's
good.
there. Sprinkle on some dandelions, Rachel, and I mean he's going to be over the moon on that one. Yeah. So I do want to talk. I know we're kind of short on time. How does alcohol fit into this? And so men can have up to two drinks
you
per
cut
day.
out men
Women,
with 2 drinks,
one
you
drink
say?
per day. Yeah, not to exceed 2 drinks a day, and that's a normal shot, an ounce of spirits or a 12-ounce beer, 5 ounces of wine. So that's just a good marker. I'm not telling you to drink for health, but if you do drink, don't exceed 2 drinks a day. 1 for women. We'll save that for Mother's Day, Rhonda.
Okay.
Not Father's Day. Yeah.
We're waiting. So far we can guys, if you're gonna drink it all, don't drink any more than 2 drinks.
Right. Okay.
The way I do it, I generally find a woman and I measure my drink by her hand. I see how big her hand is, and I will drink.
So men like protein. So if you have to shop alone, Robert, other things, fish, big proponent of fish. That could be a dude food. Not a fish stick, but a grilled or baked fish.
This last week, twice I cooked salmon with grilled pineapple, so that was a good dude food.
You should have been at our house. We had shrimp tacos with the pineapple salsa last night, so that was quite good. Yeah, nuts and seeds are a good protein source. Peanut butter or almond butter, eggs, pretty good. Yogurt, cottage cheese. One of the ways so Rhonda, thinking again about your grill, a kebab, like a lean cut of steak.
We had kebabs today. We did have kebabs today.
Well, you guys.
We had chicken kebabs.
Okay.
And they were marinated because I made the marinade. And we did have salad with that. We had a nice salad and we had some rice pilaf.
Well, it sounds like I might be influencing you, Rhonda. A 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Might be. But I just baked some cookie bars.
If you throw a bean in it, it works.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
There's nuts in them. There are nuts.
Oh, well.
There's nuts in the cookie bars. So I think it just all equaled itself out.
So some other dude foods. So I mentioned the kebabs. Really layer those up with vegetables. That'd be great. I also like potassium-rich foods. So I mentioned, some of the heart disease, the diabetes, and issues that men suffer with. And potassium is the antidote to sodium. So potassium helps keep our blood pressure low.
So it's an anecdote, not an antidote. So actually, the banana tells a joke.
Antidote to sodium. Yes. So those would be foods like, we know bananas are high in potassium, but dark leafy greens, potatoes and sweet potatoes, prunes, squash and pumpkin. So I had squash tonight for dinner. I had a baked spaghetti squash with mushrooms and some arugula, and it was all baked together and stirred a little goat cheese into that. It's quite good. Now, I'm not asking my husband if he would consider that dude food or not, but
and thank you for not inviting me over for dinner.
It's really quite good. So yeah, I have that recipe on my website. It's a baked spaghetti squash with cool. Mushrooms. Yeah, it's quite good. Awesome. Yeah. So I think when we think about dude food, what we want our plate to do is have some protein on it. And if you want beef, that's fine a couple times a week. But think about some other protein sources like like fish, like chicken, like the beans and the nuts and the seeds I mentioned. But then balance that out with vegetables. And if we could get more dark green, red, and orange, we're going to do better.
Okay. That's good information. You've got that, Robert, because we want you to be healthy.
Dark green, like spinach.
Seeds are important, so as long as there's sesame seeds on your hamburger, that's good. And meat is okay, and you can drink as much as you want. And then if your wife has red and green things on her plate, it'll work.
If it's this big.
You're almost there. You're almost there.
Well, no, and now this is a serious thing. I am not a vegetable eater. I'll have broccoli and peas and corn, but I don't like a lot of vegetables. So I try to I don't eat beef too many times. I try and stay moderate with my portions. But what does one do if it's just a taste palette? My kids, my daughter she's very much a foodie. She likes everything. But I have this so simple of taste that I would have a hard time with a lot of things you're bringing up. What do I do?
So a couple of ideas. Just like are you the cook or is your wife the cook?
We both trade off. It depends on who's working that day, but I will say we both do it.
Okay. One thing I do, I just get raw carrots, a pound of big carrots, not the baby carrots, and I'll eat one of those for lunch, a whole carrot. I'll cut those into coins, just 1/4-inch slices, and put that out as we're fixing dinner so we can kind of nibble on that. Are carrots something you can eat?
I like carrots.
Okay,
but
good.
It's like in a salad or, especially with rice and chicken or something like that. I like but as far as a snack, I would substitute those carrots for potato chips and we're good.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm on the show, is to tell you we're going to push you toward, so a potato chip sub would be a handful of pistachio nuts. So you could get a crunch and a salt, but not the fat, not the unhealthy fat that comes with the potato chips, but the healthy fat that comes with this nut.
Judy, you're just awesome. You're awesome. I love having you here. You just, you always, when I go for the chips now, I'm going to be looking at the pistachio nuts instead. But those are some great tips.
I don't think Robert's on board with me yet. I just don't think I've nailed it for him.
Well, I have to say, I'm in my 60s and I'm not dead yet. So I think I'm still, my whole theory is eat in moderation and go exercise it off. And if I can fit it in my shirt, I'm good. But no, I know I have to do better. And my kids are always after me to do better. But again, a very limited palette of things that I actually like. And it makes it hard. So, but I don't mind having broccoli and spinach a couple times a week. So that's kind of how I cover it.
Just a couple quick ideas. Some red pepper strips might be an option for you. They're crunchy and they taste crisp. Brussels sprouts.
Never.
Even
I'm sorry.
raw?
No. If we go out to eat and my wife has Brussels sprouts, she has to sit at another table. The smell nauseates me. I would never. I'm sorry. I break with you. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm just trying here. Okay. One other idea is a smoothie for breakfast. Fruit.
Yeah.
And add maybe a handful of spinach to your smoothie.
Oh.
I'll try.
Now, that would make it green. I love smoothies, but bananas, strawberries, all those things, and apples, but spinach, I'm going to have to bend.
A handful of spinach might be a way, or even about a 1/4 cup of white beans in your spinach.
Ooh, well,
Are we allowed to be racist and talk about white beans?
Well, because you don't like, I was just thinking of the color palette. I don't want to go green, so I'm not going to give you a lima bean, but a white bean. If you want black beans with your berries, that'd be great.
I think after this last couple, we have to realize that black beans matter. I think we have to add those.
I love black beans. You mentioned you had pineapple last night. Didn't you have pineapple on your salmon?
Yes, pineapple. Boom. I'm with you on pineapple.
Go broad and put some black beans in that pineapple salsa. Be great.
Judy, where can we get some of these recipes on your website or where can on your?
As a matter of fact, you can. Yes, I'll put that in the comments. But my website is Live Best. Excuse me, I'm choking up over this because I think I found something Robert might eat. Livebest.info.
Livebest.info. And she's also at Judy Barbe on Instagram, and she's at Live Best on Facebook. Judy, thank you so much for being here. You know I'll have you back because I love you and everybody loves you. And look at Judy is flaunting her Rhonda Corey comedy, 100% clean comedy, hand sanitizer, valued at $5,000. Judy, you rock.
It even came wrapped in this pretty little tissue. It was like it was, my birthday.
I know, because, when something's valued that much, we have to, we have to wrap it up. Anyway, and speaking of wrapping it up, we got to wrap up this segment. We've gone long. Thank you, Judy, for being here. I'll have you back. We love you. Bye.
Thank you.
I love Judy. She's hilarious. And she has great info, so that's great. And Ronald Weber he had a question, and we didn't get to it. You know what? I bet Judy will answer your questions.
No, I can answer it. I'm not registered, but I can answer it.
No, you're not registered, so we can't, Robert. And plus, I can't wait any longer to bring up my next guest because she's waiting so patiently, and she's brought like all 4 of her fans here. And she travels all over the country telling jokes, performing parodies. She's authored 3 books, and her 4th book, Adulting for Jesus, is going to release in February 2021, which is probably around the time where I'll have my next show. She lives in Atlanta, and she's in a common law marriage with Chipotle. Please welcome, for the very first time, to Talk is Cheap, Kristin Weber.
Yay!
Kristin's here. Look I know, right? I brought that audience for you, and you're welcome, Kristin.
I didn't test out how the accordion would look prior to this on the video, but it looks exactly as I hoped it would, which is that I only have a head that's attached to an accordion.
I'm going to make you feel better, and you will look great, and I'll just look like every time I talk to my mother on the computer. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. That's perfect. Oh, yeah. No, I love it. Uh-huh.
I also like my parents, and they're both watching, love you guys, but when older people take selfies, they always look surprised in the picture, even though they're the ones taking it.
Every time my wife takes a selfie, it's always at the other wall. She never faces the camera.
That's hilarious.
So funny. That's so funny. So how was your day today, Kristin? What did you do? Anything special?
We let my dad fix some things, so we allowed him to feel useful. No, we had a really chill day. I've been at my parents' house in Texas, and this whole week, we've been on a really early schedule, going to bed at 9 and everything. And then last night we stayed up till 10 playing dominoes. So we had a dominoes hangover today, and we were all just laying around, super lethargic. And so today was pretty laid back for the most part. But yeah. I gave my dad a fist bump and was like, good job making I'm amazing. So well done.
And I'm sure that warmed him down to the cockles of his heart. That's good.
Yes, I think it did. Because that's what every father wants to hear, is just that his child has an overinflated sense of confidence. So yeah.
Of course. That's important.
It is.
That's extremely important. And I was going to say, your necklace is really big. You know what I'm saying? That's a big necklace. But then I realized,
Yeah, my wearable piano. When you play a piece of furniture that straps onto you. So if you don't know what this is, if someone's just tuning in, this is a modern day chastity belt. This is what
I know that you loved European music, and so I listened to some last night, and there's always that accordion and violin and some rhythm, and they usually sing in French. What did you fall in love that made you say, I want to start the accordion?
It was, well, besides having too many friends and just needing a way to like, I'm an introvert, so I was like, I'm maxed out. So this helped with that. But I really liked the music from Amelie, that French movie that came out.
You bet. Oh,
I like
love that.
Okay, so that composer, Jan Tierson, that's the most sophisticated I will ever sound saying that name. So he plays the accordion, uses a lot of it in his songs, and I just love his melodies. So I was living in California at the time when I got my first accordion. I got it from off of Craigslist from this Armenian guy in Glendale, and it went down like a drug deal. Like literally he was like, show up at this alley at this time. So like I showed up, gave him a wad of cash. He put an accordion in the back of my car. And that was the beginning of my journey with this instrument. I should probably check that accordion. It's not this accordion. I should check it to make sure there are no drugs in it. It's all
it's funny when you say that, and that's exactly how we got our first child. So that's the
there you go. Yeah.
And that's how my parents got me, from what I hear. So that's pretty.
Yep.
That's pretty.
We all have the same story. That's amazing.
Right.
I thought it was unique, but I no longer think it.
Glendale, Armenians,
We share stories.
I like how you said that you have multiple accordions. That's interesting. Like,
I do. I kind of have them stashed all over the United States because it's a hard instrument to travel with. So I kind of have them stashed in places where I travel most often so that like if I'm going to the West Coast and I'm within an hour of, I don't know, Los Angeles or something, I can go get my West Coast accordion from a friend's house. And then this one lives in Texas and I have one that's in Atlanta. And yeah.
So you have literally a musical geocache system going on.
I do. Yes. What a wonderful way to put that I'm going to steal and hope you don't ever notice.
oh my gosh, I can't wait to look that up and see what that means. Anyway, it's going to be fun later. I'll give you a little homework for later. So you know what? Usually I would play a game first, but I think that we need to have you do your song first.
Yeah. I've been working on this new parody because I've had a lot of time while I've been in quarantine. So this new parody, I like trivia and like just learning like weird, random, obscure facts about just life and music and the world and everything. So I put it all, I'm also a big Queen music fan. So I put all of everything I compiled into this parody that I'm just calling the Weird Facts Rhapsody. Okay.
Oh.
So I wanted to share that parody with you guys today.
Okay. Well, you know, we're going to give you the whole screen because, I mean, you need the whole screen with that accordion.
And if she does this, do I get to sing a song right after?
We'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that.
Not enough time.
Right.
Okay, fine. Let's listen to Kristin. That'll be great. Give Kristin the whole screen, please.
All right, Kristin. Here you go.
Here we go. All right. But it just wasn't meant to be. Freddie Mercury couldn't find a producer who would make an all accordion version of Bohemian Rhapsody. So he was forced to write it the way that we know it now, which, I mean, it's good, but I think we all can agree now that it is a loss that nobody would produce that album. Anyway, all right, next weird fact. And after that, every time I see the inside of a pepper, I just get scared. I don't know. Do you guys have that same experience? Anyway, all right. On a slightly more natural note. But not all dolphins are jerks. In fact, probably the friendliest animal that is out there is the otter. Otters, I don't know if you know this, have this secret pocket inside their skin where they keep their favorite rock. I don't really have a punchline for that. It just makes me really happy. So actually, hold on, guys, just 1 second. My dad is texting me. Oh, you guys can't hear anything I'm singing?
Oh, no. John Peters.
Oh, dang it. This bit's not going to work at all then. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to regroup really quickly. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't even think that, like, I'm basically playing an entire organ, and it's, of course you wouldn't be able to hear it. All right. Fortunately, I have my soprano ukulele with me because I was learning to play Pink Panther on it earlier today. If you guys don't know what this is my soprano ukulele. It's pretty adorable, right? So there's a lot going on in the world right now that's really stressful, and it's just kind of an overwhelming time. But I've learned that you can say or sing pretty much anything to the tune of this instrument right here, and it makes it sound happy. And I wrote a song to prove it. Earthquakes, pandemics, and famine. I got food poisoning from salmon. While hurling out my guts, my boyfriend broke up with a text. Doo-da-doo, doo-da-doo, puking and sobbing. North Korea is under new dictatorship. My great aunt fell and broke her hip. Just a word of advice, if you are old, try not to trip. Robert G. Lee, bed sores and walkers. I ran over a turtle on my way home. For my birthday, someone gave me a garden gnome. What the heck kind of a gift is that? Have you guys seen those things? They are so creepy. Now I can't even go to bed at night because I'm afraid it is going to come alive, join forces with the dolls that are now sitting in my old childhood bedroom mantle, and stab me in my sleep. Do-da-doo, do-da-doo, I'm pretty tired. There's lots of tragedy to keep me up at night, but I found a way to make everything all right. My ukulele makes the world so bright. Do-da-doo, do-da-doo, leeches and boils. Do-da-doo, da-doo, da-doo, dance break. Yes, my ukulele makes the world so bright. Do-da-doo, do-da-doo, perfect health is the slowest way to die. Thank you guys so much for letting me share my spiritual gift of encouragement.
Yay! That was awesome.
Thank you.
I liked your first song too. I could hear everything you were saying. It was amazing.
Thank you. I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
You have really good ears to hear.
Yeah, your chorus on that one should be cancer, cancer. I mean, something like that.
Yeah. That'll go over real well in some venues.
I think so.
Makes it sound happy. Who cares?
Yeah.
It did sound so happy. But now we gotta make me happy. And this is how we make me happy. See, I like to play games. Nobody in my house will play games with me. So on Talk is Chic, we have a segment that's called You've Got Game. And today's game, in honor of Father's Day, is called Dads Who Make a Scene. Oh, and the audience goes crazy.
Good graphics, though. Very nice graphics.
Yes, thank you. So anyway, this is what's going to happen on this game. See, this is the part where I pit my guests against each other for my own purposeful joy. Okay, but this is where you can also win a prize, you guys. That's right. You can win. Are you ready? You know what? I really need a drum roll. Do I have a drum roll on this thing?
Accordion?
I do. Yeah. There you go.
Charcoal grill?
There you go. It's very close. But if you come over, I will have John cook you something on the charcoal grill. All right. It is for, yes, the Rhonda Corey Comedy 100% clean comedy hand sanitizer valued at $5,000. That's right, you guys. You could win one of these. And you know what? The price is still at $5,000 because things, well, we won't talk about that. It's depressing. But anyway, here's how we're going to play this game. I will give you a clue, okay? I will describe a TV dad to you. I will give you his occupation, and I will give you the children's names of this dad, and you will have to figure out what show or what his character is or who the actor is. So you have a choice. You can get a point for each one of these. If you name the character, you will get a point. If you name the show he was on, you will get a point. And if you name the actor, you will get another point. So you can win up to 3 points on one question. That's right. Okay. Anyway, We're being generous here. But wait, there's more, because we don't just give you random questions. We're going to let you pick the category. That's right, Kristin. We are generous here on Talk is Cheap. We're going to let you pick the category that you would like to choose from, whatever decade, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s. You are going to get to pick one of those categories. And because Robert G. Lee is much older than you, Kristin, we're all older than you. Whatever, Kristin.
I think we're going to reference in her song about that.
Yes, I noticed that. It's kind of mean, but whatever.
Yeah, you're welcome. I know.
Yeah.
That shout out probably meant a lot.
Yeah. So
my category is sitcoms that I know. Go ahead.
So it doesn't have to necessarily be a sitcom. It's a TV dad. Okay.
Oh.
So would you like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s? Well, you know the gist. Pick one of those decades for your first question.
Let's start with the 60s and see what happens.
Okay, we're going to start with the 60s. Your clue is a junk dealer whose father to
Sanford and Son with Red Fox. I'm coming for you, Lucille. I'm coming.
All right, Red Fox. And what'd you say? Did you say the name
Sanford
of
and
the
Son.
Sanford and Son? That's right. Do you know what the character's name is for an extra point? Come on.
He was Red Fox. What character was he? I don't remember his name.
All right. Well, you got 2 points, so that's awesome. So right now, Kristin, it's 2-0. So, but you have a chance. You have a chance. And you can be ahead of him. All right. Ready?
What was his name?
His name was Fred Sanford.
Fred Sanford.
Oh, it's always Fred.
Yeah.
Half the dads on TV were Fred.
All right. So what year would you like to pick? What decade?
2000s.
The 2000s.
Yes.
Ready? Your clue is from the 2000s.
Oh, I'm nervous.
A realtor who's the father of Haley, Alex, and Luke.
I have zero idea.
Ooh, can I get half a point for naming it?
You can.
It was Modern Family.
It is Modern Family, Robert.
What?
You get half of a point.
I've seen some of that show. I haven't watched many of them, though.
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite shows. I
It
think
is
it's
funny,
so well written, and I just love the characters
And
on
it's
that
Ty
show.
Burrell for the other half of that point.
That's right. All right, we have to give it
You
to
have
him.
all of my points. I'm probably not going to know a lot of these.
You know what? What have you been
I'm
doing?
a reader.
Have you been doing? You read stuff? You know, I can't relate to people like you. First you play instruments, and now we find out that you read. Oh,
Yeah, I don't relate to many people. It's my burden to bear.
what's wrong with you? Oh my gosh, you should watch TV like the rest of us. Anyway, you know why? Because you might be on a game show and you could win this. That's right. That's what's preparing you for the
there's so
future,
much to
not
do.
your books, Kristin. Anyway, all right. All right. Robert G. Lee.
Yes.
A decade.
Well, we already did 60s. Let's go for 70s.
You can go for 70s. You can go
Well,
for
let me do this right. I'll take the decade of the 70s. Thank you.
The 70s. Okay. The 70s. Your clue is a dry cleaning business owner who's the father of Lionel.
That was The Jeffersons, produced by Norman Lear, which was a spinoff from All in the Family.
Yes. But you only got the Jeffersons because we need to know the name of the character and the actor's name.
It was Fred Sanford, and his name was Jefferson, and his son was Lionel. Oh, doggone it! I know this one too, but it was the guy. Oh, he shook a lot when he walked. I don't know. I really don't know.
Look a lot when he walked. Is that what you said?
He did. He walked like this. He always had this walk.
Okay, so you did get the Jeffersons. However, the character is George Jefferson.
George Jefferson, and his wife was
actor's
Weezy.
name is Sherman Hemsley.
Sherman Hemsley. And he was on Amen later. I should have known that one. Okay.
But you didn't. Whatever. See, this is fun for me. Anyway, all right, Kristin, come on. You can be in this. There's a lot of.
I can have a comeback.
Come
I
on.
can do hard
Come on.
things.
What?
Okay.
Go ahead, you can do this.
I will take the decade of the 90s.
The 90s.
Rhonda.
Okay, the 90s. Ready?
Yes.
A TV host,
No.
the father of Brad, Randy, and Mark.
I don't know this. I was homeschooled. We didn't have TVs.
And the show, I'll give you a little hint. The show was called Tool Time.
Oh, Tim.
She gets
Tim
no points
Allen.
now. She gets no points.
Man, what?
You
It's,
get no points. She gave you a hint.
Dang it!
Come on, you've got it. Come on, Kristin. I feel like Marsha Brady right now. Come on.
Hold on.
You know
Let me
the answer.
me
It's Baton Rouge.
check my
Baton
phone.
Rouge.
Yeah, I know it was Tim Allen. Why am I blanking on the show
Yeah,
name?
Tim Allen. It's Tim Allen. That's a point.
Okay, yay! I got 8 points.
How did you get a point when you gave her the
Home
clue?
Improvement.
I
Home
just said
Improvement.
Tool Time.
What? Home Improvement.
Yes.
And it was played by it wasn't the name of his character Tim also?
Yes, but Tim what? You have to have the last name.
Tim Fred.
No. It's Tim Taylor. But you know what?
Oh,
You're on the board, Kristin Weber. That's right.
Oh, I'm talking
that's
to Judy.
amazing.
I-
Yes, I'm on the
You're gonna have to
board.
give me a clue in this next one, whatever it is.
All right. What is your decade? You can go back. I have more questions in the 60s, the 70s. There's more than one. So if you want to go backwards, you can. It's totally up to you.
But you don't have 50s. All right, let's go. Let's do 60s again.
60s again. Okay. Your clue is a police sheriff who's the father to Opie. This is so easy.
Oh no, I need a clue. Give me a clue. I know this one. It's Mayberry RFD, and it's let's see, Ron Howard played Opie, Don Knotts played the other one, and oh my gosh, it's Andy? His name was on the show was Andy? Mayberry RFD, Andy. He was later on Matlock. And his name was totally. So give me a clue like you gave
Okay.
Kristin.
Well, I will give you a clue. All right. You didn't get the show. You have gotten nothing right except for the Andy part. And his name is in the show.
Mayberry RFD is not right.
The name of the show has his full name in it. It's the.
I know this one.
All
Well,
right.
All
All
that's
right.
coming to mind now is Andy Williams, but that's not it. So.
I'm sorry, Kristin, for the steal.
The Andy Griffith Show.
This is the Andy Griffith Show.
Griffith.
And who is it starring?
Andy Griffith.
Yes. And who is the name of the character that he played?
Andy Griffith?
No, it's Andy Taylor. I don't know. That's
didn't
another
know that.
Taylor. So I'm going to tell you something. The score is tied right now. This is a riveting.
Oh, I'm still protest. I got every single clue right. I can't believe that. Okay.
I know you're so close, but you're not playing.
Co-stars.
Yeah, but that's not the game. Okay, that's not the game. All right.
I'm going back to my mother's position on the thing. I'm going back.
All right, Kristin, you're up. What's your
Okay.
decade?
How many more rounds do we have? Is this the last one?
It's close to the last one.
Is it okay? No sudden death round.
No, I've already died.
I'm getting close. The 2010s, was that an option?
2010s, yes, the 2010s. Okay.
I'm much better at this decade though.
A Vietnam veteran who's the father of Adam, Sarah, Julia, and Crosby.
Not MASH.
2010s.
I know, that's why it's not that. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember this show at all.
Robert, you can steal.
I don't know this one.
Okay. The show
Wait,
was
hold
called-
on. Wait, no, Parenthood.
Yes. Did you?
And
just Google that?
it was
It's correct.
You can't give her any points. You already buzzed her. It's done.
I did budget.
okay, I don't need points. The points are in my heart now that I remember.
No,
that.
no,
That is
mine
true.
I have my heart has so many points in your heart. Okay.
It is Parenthood.
I don't remember anything else.
It was
Craig T.
Zeke
Nelson.
Braverman. Zeke Braverman. Yes,
Yep.
Craig T. Nelson. You guys are a little late, but that's true.
No, you didn't buzz me. I still get the point.
He can have the point.
It's
'cause
still
he's
a tied
a dad,
score.
and it's his day.
Come
and
on,
I'm a-
Robert Lee. What's your category?
Let's go 70s. Let's see what happens.
70s. Okay.
This is
Oh, you're
great.
going to get this one so easy. An architect who's the father to Greg, Marcia, Peter, Jan, Bobby, and Cindy. Come on.
This is the Brady Bunch.
Yep.
And his name was Brady. It was Jan Brady, and then Florence Henderson was the co-star, and he was a Shakespearean actor who hated doing the show.
Yes.
Mr. Brady. That's all I can come up with.
Oh, come on. Take a guess.
It's not Fred.
All right, I'll give you one little hint.
Alice was their maid. I remember.
All right,
that.
and Florence would always say, "Oh, whatever his name was."
I'm thinking Greg, but that's
No,
Greg Brady was one of the kids. I don't know.
Okay, Kristin,
Who was it? Oh,
I don't know.
you're kidding me right now. You didn't watch like.
I can sing the
I
song.
didn't remember his name.
A lovely lady who were bringing up your love and loving.
It's Mike Brady.
Mike Brady. Okay.
And Robert Reed was the actor.
Robert Reed.
Okay, it's 5-4, Kristin. You could.
He
This
hated
is it. The final
The
round.
last
You
round.
win.
Can I do 2010s again?
Yes, you can. Okay.
And before we do this, can we redo the whole show? Because I didn't like any of my categories. I can't embarrass myself. I need to.
Eric and Barry and Adam.
A furniture store owner who's the father of Eric, Barry, and Adam.
Do you know this one, Robert? I don't
Furniture
either.
store.
Furniture store owner.
And I probably worked on it. No, I don't know.
Yeah, you probably did all the warm-ups for the audience, and you don't know it, which makes me feel a little better about myself.
So you both don't know this?
I'm gonna surrender on this one.
Okay. It is the Goldbergs,
I have never seen an episode of it, but I've heard good things.
played by Jeff Garland.
Right. It was a comedian, but yeah, they don't have. It's a one-camera show. They don't have an audience, so I don't care about them.
And Murray Goldberg is his name. I'm sorry. But
You lost.
Kristin, you lost. Robert G. Lee, happy Father's Day. You are the winner. Oh,
I will accept it under protest tonight.
clean coffee, hand sanitizer, valued at $5,000. Yes, you.
Give me one more question. Give me one that I feel like.
All
an
right,
idiot.
we'll play one more because we're
Give me a
going really
bonus.
late, but no one cares because I don't think anybody's watching anyway. All right. I mean, I could play all night. I mean, who cares, really? I mean, so what if our show runs a little long? I mean, I'm the producer. All right. What category? Go ahead. Pick
No,
a
you pick the category. You pick the.
Oh,
this is
I
a
get
bonus.
to pick one? Let's do the 80s. The 80s. Okay. A former Major League Baseball player turned housekeeper who's the father to Samantha.
Is this Who's the Boss?
It is Who's the Boss. The bell went
So he
off.
wasn't a boxer. He was a baseball player. Okay. And it was
Yeah.
Tony Danza.
Yeah.
And I think his name was it Tony? I don't know. But Judith Light was also the guest star on it.
Yes. Tony Maselli was his name.
Tony Maselli. All right.
Yes. And I mean, this is just for fun, but do you remember who who played the daughter?
No. I did not know.
Milano.
Oh,
Alyssa
it was Alyssa
Milano.
Milano.
Oh.
Milano.
Mm.
She's got all the great things.
So we've gone really late, but it's been so fun. See, it goes by super fast.
Good.
So I guess it's time to say goodbye. But Kristin, will you just play us out with your little uke?
Oh, with my uke. Yeah, I was like, it'll take me about 5 minutes to get the equipment.
5 hours to strap that baby on.
I'm going to try to play Pink Panther,
Okay.
but I'm failing.
Oh, you know what? I have to mention who's on next week's show. Can you throw that up real quick? I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing here. All right, on next week's show, our guest host is Bill Baronke, and coming back joining us is Andy Beningo, and I am going to share something that I bring to a lot of my parties. I'm going to show you how to make it. So, yay for next week's show. That's on Thursday night at 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time on Rhonda Corey Comedy.
But is Andy doing the food portion? Is Andy doing the food portion?
No, I am actually going to share one of my recipes. Well, actually, it's a very simple recipe. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what You watch. It's going to be amazing.
Rhonda, are you registered, Rhonda? Are you allowed?
I'm not. I'm not registered. That's why it'll be yummy and fattening. Anyway, no, just kidding. Love you, Judy. Just kidding about the fattening thing. But I can make anything fattening. That's right. I will show you how to take a simple dish and add calories to it and fatten. You're welcome for that. All right, Kristin. Hit it. That's awesome. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Talk is Cheap.
I'm thinking, was that Pink Panther? I have no idea. I've never heard.
No, that wasn't. Here's Pink Panther. Oh, no, not that. This might not be Pink Panther either.
Hello? Kristin, hello?